Story time! Yay! How do we begin? How did we meet? Ah, correct. Yeah, sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
Well, you should tell a story. It's like, it was mathematics.
That's
And
how we met? Ah, yeah.
It was this one day that she went to our school to try out, to like, do I like the school, or do I want to be here? And normally I'm not that social, just be clear. But I was like, she's a new person, and she had guardian angels, like we call it in Belgium, like people that look after her. But I was like this random person that came to her after math class and told
The first hour of math class was like a double hour. I remember it was so. Actually, I remember like Jana walking in, like this blonde girl with like really like shiny blonde hair, blonde hair. It was really beautiful. In contrast with dark blue sweaters and the skirt. And I remember like that smile on the face, like you're gonna suffer for a full day today. No, but she was like curious and like weird, and I was like, okay. And then in the next moment, it was like, we know that you would come. And then people just started talking to me, and I was like, yeah. And there was Jana, and there was like Laura, and there's like Mara, and there's Marie, this and this.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is going to be my future school. But how we really met?
it was a conversation about books.
It was a question
Well,
that made me
actually-
fall in love with her in a very Frenchy way.
Are we going to say it together?
Yes.
It was, do you like books?
And which one did you read this summer?
This summer, like now,
No, this was your question.
at that moment, I didn't have like much outdoor activities, so most of the time I spend my time reading books, and like I love it. I still love it, but it's not always like easy right now. But I had this like whole series that I was just like about this one book, and then like 2 days.
Percy Jackson.
It was Percy Jackson. That was the first
I
series.
remember.
I was really addicted to it.
I remember that we had like physical education, and Jana was, I don't know, she couldn't do it for a reason, and I was just bluffing. As was like historically proven, it was a repeating process. And I saw Jana with a book, and I was like, oh my god, with a book, and I was like, yeah, Percy Jackson. But I remember that I came into your room, and the first thing that was like really there, it was like the book. Like, I'm not the only one on the planet who has books in her room.
I have more books than she does in my room.
No. I don't have my books in your room, definitely.
No, but you have like less books, but you read more, but you...
Just in my room it's less, because mine is like aesthetically minimalistic, filled with really unimportant stuff, but aesthetically minimalistic on book level.
You should come into our house. The first thing you notice is like those, like it's one big, like, how it's like a closet full of old books that are like that they got from generation to generation to generation, and it's all in Russian.
You don't understand anything, but it is very cool.
I tried once.
Yeah. We read Shakespeare, 8 lines of Shakespeare of Hamlet.
We did an hour about it. 8 lines. Can
Yeah.
you imagine?
And they were shortened because it's
Gregory
it's a
and
script.
what was his name?
I want to say Victor, but it was not Victor.
It was
Hector.
Hector.
Nee, Gregory. Lancelot? Nee.
No, it wasn't.
Pum and Gregory.
What was his name?
So read Hamlet and tell us who is in the first act. The first part of the first act. Pum and Gregory. But it is not Gregory, it's like Gregory.
Sorry.
No, but I'm thinking like Shakespeare.
And that year you gave me the first like a translation of like a book from a Russian author. You know the title.
Yes.
I read the book. It was 2 years later, but I read the book.
Yes.
You gonna say it?
Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina. Yeah. Very important moment of truth.
And I read the book. It's like 1,000 and so much pages. But when you read it at the age of like, I was like 15 years old, you don't know like the inner layers. You cannot like fully understand, because if you know a background, you know why certain things happen. And now when I'm like I think about those scenes that I really remember. That I'm like, now I realize why I did what I did. So I promised Lana that one day I will reread the
In
book.
Russian.
No, not in
You
Russian.
should try.
I'm now reading like a book about the Congo of Belgium, like from the very start. It is like shocking, you know. It goes very much deeper than just slavery. Not that I mean that slavery wasn't a big deal, but if you read the whole context, you get the whole image. And it is so much easier to understand, not why I did what I did, but how it came to happen, and how did it came so far, and why did nobody take action. It's easier to understand, and especially in this time when Black Lives Matters, it's really important to educate yourself.
But I have this one question, because like there were people who made the poll, like Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter.
All lives matter. In the end, all lives matter.
Of course.
But it is true that we need to support those who are just like, I don't know, discriminated because of the color of their skin. We are both like white people. And actually I now in this position that I feel uncomfortable talking about it because I'm white. I don't have the same experience as they do.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves to live. Everyone deserves
Everyone
to have
has
a
the
good
same
future.
rights.
And it should not be
By color of the skin.